She was taking a picture of Matthew Stafford and his wife. They're standing there, and she backs off and falls off the stage backwards, and she broke her spine. And it's a pretty nasty situation. She's got a GoFundMe going to raise money, but the crazy thing is, if you watch the video, see if you can find the video, she falls off the stage, and Matt Stafford's response is to take a swig of whatever's in his bottle and just walk away. He doesn't even go to check on her or anything. He watches a woman fall off the stage back with her back on the ground, and he looks like, ooh, that looks bad, and just walks away. My man, it's
man,
one of the
real
most.
Travis Scott out there, man.
It is one of the shadiest moves. I mean, I realize he's probably extremely drunk, but man, I have to think even
Something
if I was super drunk,
I
would have walked over to be like, "Hey, are you okay?" or "Hey, what's going on?" His wife is like,
right.
She's freaking out. Yeah, it's terrible. It's a terrible look, man.
All
of a sudden now, I mean, I used to have no opinion of Matt Stafford one way or the other. Now I can't abide it. It's terrible.
Yeah, man. Did he start humming like Travis Scott when he saw her?
There's no audio, but you just put that audio in if you it would work. It would be appropriate.
Oh man, that's terrible, bro.
It would be.
No, that's Kid Cudi, my bad. I got my homes mixed up.
So anyway, check that video out. It's terrible. And I hope I think she's going to be okay. But
this man said, check that video out. It's terrible.
Terrible. Yes.
yeah. There you go.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you don't see. I'm not saying her injury is not. You can't see her injury. She just falls and she's okay. Yeah. She's going to be okay.
I think we got the same sense of humor. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, she fall it's not like you're watching her actually hit the ground and suffer. You just see her kind of fall, and she falls out of frame, and it stays with Matt Stafford, who's just man, that looks pretty rough. Anywho, drinky poo, let me get out of here. Bad, probably pretty bad. Might want to see somebody about that. I don't know. Anyway, what's going on over here? Terrible, Matt Stafford, terrible. All right, if you want to join us, you can.
She fell straight. Oh, okay. No,
did you watch the video? You watched the video?
But it didn't look like she fell. It looked like she fell straight down, though. It didn't look like she fell on her back. Anyway.
No, she fell down and hit her back on the ground below that. Oh, okay. It's about a 4 to 5 foot fall.
I was expecting to see somebody fall, flat fall on their back. I was like,
yeah,
no,
she did. You just can't see it.
Yeah,
no.
Wow, Sain, did you see it?
Yeah, look, wow.
Did you hear it?
No, I got the volume off.
Wow.
And your family, Mr. Miller.
I've fallen.
Stop, man.
That's not. Come on, man. That's not appropriate.
How better are we than Matt Stafford? We gonna laugh at this.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't endorse that at all.
Did
you watch? Did you see what Matt Stafford did?
No, I didn't see his part. Hold on.
Watch his reaction, man.
I guess I'm looking from a bad angle or something. His wife's got a blue jacket on. He's got a black hat on.
There's one where it's straight up, where it's straight on, straight behind. And you see her fall, and then you just watch him kind of go, and he just sort of turns, and it's incredible. His complete lack of concern about this woman is amazing. I'll send you the link. Come on, come on, Matt Stafford. We got to be better than this. Join us on the AutoZone listener line for those of you that can hear us, and those of you that are not being impacted by what is a pretty nasty storm that's come running through right about now. It's hitting the downtown area is really getting hit. Right about now. But you could join us on the AutoZone listener line. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 360-8255-901. 360-8255. If you want to join us, we'd love to have you as part of the program. You can hit us up here in the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. Severe thunderstorm warnings all around the area. And the line of storms is just this line that goes straight down the river from all the way up well past northeast Tennessee, Dyersburg area, all the way down through West Helena and all that area there. So it's a long and pretty nasty line of storms it's going through. So everybody, please stay safe out there when you're doing your thing. Last night, Anthony, Sain, what happened to your Grizzlies?
Man, I don't even want to talk about it, man.
Your MVP.
Well, we kind of need to, so.
It's kind of what we do, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of what we do. I got some bad news for you.
I don't know. I ain't like it though, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I would have preferred. Of course, I would have preferred to get a win. They would have been 7 straight last night. You're playing against one of the worst teams in the league, roster wise. They were undermanned. They were undersized. Jaren didn't show up. Steven Adams didn't show up. It seems like Ja was like, "Hey, y'all, I got this tonight. I'm finna drop 50, and y'all just sit back." And it's kind of
he had 44 and 11.
Yeah,
That's
I
about
ain't gonna
all.
lie. I
That
hate
means
to-
he's responsible for basically all the points for
Yeah.
the team,
And
one way or the other.
I'm not accusing Ja of stat padding or nothing like that, but he clearly came out like I'm about to drop 50. Like that. That seemed like that was All-Star game is in a couple days. Yeah, I'm about to drop 50 in my last game.
I mean, I think he, honestly, I think he didn't even take a shot for the first 6 minutes of the game. I think he looked around. He's like, man, y'all bums that aren't playing.
Wow.
Zaire's the only one that looks like y'all are even caring about this.
Yeah.
Jaren was clearly
Super
off
disappointed.
from the very beginning. Just was not locked in on the offensive side of the ball. Steven Adams was, I never seen him this just disengaged and not interested. They weren't rebounding the ball at all. Grizzlies. That's what you see from the Grizzlies. We talked about it yesterday, actually, and it was it really kind of showed itself last night. The Grizzlies are 5th in the NBA in offense, in offensive rating, but they're only 24th in effective field goal percentage. So they don't shoot the ball very well. What does that mean? Well, that means they get their offense from offensive rebounds, from multiple possessions, from turnovers, from transition opportunities, stuff like that. Because if you put them in a half-court situation and you slow them down or you take away those second-chance opportunities, they're not nearly as potent. And last night that you saw what happened. Portland just took those away. Portland rebounded the ball better. Portland scored almost as many points in the paint as the Grizzlies. And normally the Grizzlies outscore opponents in the paint by 20, 30, 40, 50 points sometimes. It was 50-46, so basically the same from points in the paint perspective. In terms of second chance points, Portland was right there the whole time. It was the effort level from the Grizzlies was not there. The energy level for the Grizzlies was not there. That doesn't mean it's part of it. I mean, again, look around the rest of the league last night, and you see Boston, who had won. 6 straight were playing great. They lost at home to Detroit for crying out loud, and just didn't look very good in the process. You saw Denver go in and beat Golden State last night. Phoenix at home very nearly lost to Houston last night. That was a one-possession game. So that final game before the All-Star break kind of can catch teams in a weird way, and you saw that some last night. So with the fact that the Warriors lost, it doesn't really change much, from the Grizzlies from a standings point of view. But it was disappointing nonetheless. Ja got 21 of his 44 points last night at the foul line.
Yep.
Ties a regular season career high for him in points with 44. Both of those coming in losses, by the way. 44 and 11 for Ja. Desmond Bane, 30 points. That's a career high for him and 3-point shooting. 7 of 12. First time he's hit 7 threes in a game. 7 of 12 from deep. So between he and Ja, 74 of the Grizzlies' 119 points came from those two guys. I put up a little stat for you. Only 3 players have shot 40% or better from 3 and 90% or better from the foul line within their first 2 seasons. Steph Curry in his second year, Duncan Robinson in his second year, and Desmond Bane this year. And of those, only Curry and Bane have done it with a usage rate that's above 20%, which means, they are big-time performers and not just kind of, role players. Like Duncan Robinson was at 16%. That's a role player type percentage. So those numbers indicate that Bane is, if you want to look ahead, he's actually shooting a better effective field goal percentage this year than Steph Curry did in his second year.
Yeah, he's been going off this year for sure. Yesterday was a monster game. He's kind of had some down games here lately, but I'm glad he got that good game, explosive game like he had yesterday before the All-Star break. We really got let down by Jaren and Steven Adams
bigs.
last night, for sure.
Yeah, the bigs.
Especially a team who only had one big on the roster last night in Yusuf Nurkic, who looks like – I've never seen Nurkic have a bad game against us, no matter what team he's played for. Whether it's Denver,
he's a Grizz killer.
Like that
He's a
dude
Grizz
is
killer.
like if you're putting your starting 5 together, that's your center, man. That dude has killed us every time we ever played him. Seems like he's going off against us. But yeah, man, we really laid an egg yesterday. Not really messed up about it. The fact that Golden State lost last night, we had a chance to gain ground against them, and we kind of blew that opportunity, especially against a team like that. But yeah, you would have felt a lot better getting momentum to get that win before the All-Star break. Also, kind of spotlights what you said about how a way that I see that you can kind of nullify what the Grizzlies do is if you're a team that's good enough to out-rebound us. If you can keep us off the boards, like you said, they're not making a lot of shots, but we do get a lot of possessions, a lot of extra possessions because of the offensive rebounding. So if you're a team that can kind of nullify that can kind of give us problems. And you can stop us from being able to front run. If you can prevent us from getting that early lead, we're a different team. But the Grizzlies very well, could have won that game last night. They took the lead in the fourth quarter. They kept chipping away. And they just kind of blew opportunities. They kind of could have just, put that game away. I don't really understand not going back to Jaren. I don't know what we were saving that last foul for. Maybe for after the All-Star break, he gets to start off a game with 7. That's one thing about Taylor Jenkins I never understood. I understand sitting the guy to prevent him from fouling out, but why not close him out?
Well, I mean, you can't sit a guy as much as and it's not just I think it's pretty much every coach. It's one of those things that, like we saw with the NFL now, where it used to be 4th and 1, coaches would just punt no matter what, and now coaches are kind of like, the numbers indicate that's probably not a great idea. But there's this conventional wisdom that has gone through forever with coaching, where it's like, if a guy's got 2 fouls in the first quarter, hey, you got to sit him down. If a guy's got 3 fouls in the first half, you got to sit him down. If a guy's got 4 fouls in the third quarter, you got to sit. There's a certain threshold, and a reminder that if you the whole point of fouling out is that you're out of the game.
Mm-hmm. And if you're out of the game,
if you sit the guy, he's out of the game.
Right.
You're fouling him out before he's actually fouled out.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
There's a line that you got to walk there. Now, for me, and I've talked about this before. If I'm looking at a bigger picture thing, honestly, saying I think basketball is one of the few sports. I don't know that too many sports that have this preponderance of little fouls that can eventually take a guy out of a game. That doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. Soccer, you end up with red cards where a guy, but it has to be a pretty big deal to get a red card. It's pretty rare when a guy is completely taken out of a game.
That's because he's out there trying to hurt somebody, he's tackling.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty extraordinary circumstance. It happens, but it's pretty rare. Football, a guy can commit all the holdings he wants, and he's not going to be fouled out of the game. He doesn't foul out. He doesn't penalty flag out of the game. Mm-hmm. It happens. If a guy commits all these pass interference, whatever, you don't put guys out of the game. Hockey, you might sit in the penalty box for 2 minutes, but you're not, fouled out of the game.
Right.
I think foul-outs are stupid, in a nutshell. There's penalties and stuff happens, and eventually if you keep fouling, you want to throw in, technical fouls or, foul with possession or something like that. I'm fine with that. But I just think the concept of fouling guys out, only how many times in college basketball is the worst because of the halves system, and 5 fouls and not 6. How many times have we seen a big NCAA tournament game?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see superstar A versus superstar B,
yep.
And then 15 minutes left and he's got 2 fouls and he sits for the rest of the
entire
half.
half.
What sport does that? That's I hate that rule. I think we got to find. If we were smart, we brainstorm and find a different way to handle fouls because. Just in general, I think it's stupid.
Aren't there 10 in the summer league or something like that?
Yeah, summer league basically it's it's 10. I think it's 10, and then I think after that you get technicals or something. I don't even think you foul out at that point. I don't think you should foul out. Period. I really don't. Or maybe it's some just an insane amount of stuff, but
especially when you can make it strategic, where it's teams are go at him because he can't defend anymore because he's scared of fouls. That shouldn't, you know what I mean? That
exactly. Yeah, it totally changes the way you play the game. And then you can get 1 or 2 bad. How many times not to excuse Jaren. Last night he was not very good.
Yeah.
I mean, just period, full stop. But how many times have we watched Jaren play where one foul, one bad call from one official, and then another bad call, and now he's got 4 fouls and he really should only have 2, and that's totally changed his game.
Yep.
And it means that he plays 15 minutes instead of 30
mm-hmm.
for no good reason. I don't know. I think the concept of fouls to me, we got to rethink that a little bit. Like, what are we trying to accomplish? What are you really trying to do with fouls?
I totally get your side too, but I also see the other side of if you're looking at the entertainment value, how many times would guys just foul just to be fouling somebody, to stop a ball or to, I'm just not going to let you score. I'm just going to foul you. I'll just grab you out of there.
Right.
Instead of letting you lay the ball on me. I mean, you have to find some type of middle ground. But I totally get what you're saying, though, for sure, because it is weird, for sure.
And that's where you could have, and again, like the fouls also, like the fouls that stop the, like the fast break, like the take fouls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Like that's awful. I would, if you're asking me, I would adopt the soccer approach of playing what referees they call playing advantage, where like they see a foul and they acknowledge that a foul happened, but the other team has a better advantage, so they're just going to let them keep playing because if they stopped it would actually take away their advantage. So I think you should play advantage. Like if a guy fouls and it's like obvious that he's going to score, just note the foul, but don't call it. And then if he scores, hey, cool. Like there you go. Mark it off. Call it later. You don't have to call it immediately. I just think there's more than one way to do that. So what you're talking about with guys that are just like taking fouls like that are obvious. Again, you could play advantage. You could play. There's different ways to approach that. But I don't know. Stuff like that just sucks. And I think again the other thing is, I've seen people talk about free throws, and it doesn't bother me as much. Some people are like, I don't want to watch guys shoot a million free throws in a game. Free throws are boring. I think free throws are fine. They don't bother me as much. But you could look at if there's a foul like the one you're talking about where it's obvious, just give them the points. Just okay, boom, 2 points there. Like there are ways to approach it where it wouldn't take long to.
The guy be down for that too.
To change that.
I think I'd be down for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's another thing I have before we talk to Rob Fisher coming up in our next segment. Is Kyle Anderson like? At what point is his jump shot just going to? He looks like a Rube Goldberg machine. Like when he's taking his shot, like it's like one of those things when you kick the little domino and it starts to go down, and then like the little ball comes in and flips off, and then somebody's boot comes in and wham, and then Kyle Anderson takes a jump shot. Takes him like 10 seconds to get a jump shot off. Clank, 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 clank. Ding, 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 ding. And it just like what is happening to his shot? It's getting weirder and weirder every game. Like man, it is. Oh God, the shot like. Ja passed it out to him, and he was as wide open as could be. And it took him 5 seconds, and he ended up with like a deeply contested three because it took him. He was clanking up like you're firing up one of those penny machines where you're like crushing the penny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I said last night I'm going to call him the musket because he has to. It takes him about 10 minutes to load his gun and it's fired off.
It's rough watching for sure.
Oh God. And the free throws last night. Oh my Lord. Whew. Boy, oh boy. I mean, I get his role, man, but man, he's just such a weird player. He's just such a weird player. He is such a weird player.
Yep. It is like it's like he's super comfortable in his own skin too, man. It's like he don't care. Like I'm gonna drive to the basket super slow. And I watched some pickup games with Kyle playing against some guys that aren't pros. And he was straight up murdering these dudes.
Of course, of course.
I'm like, man, it's crazy because he looked like the best basketball player you've ever seen playing against guys that aren't as good as him. But he gets into the league, man, he just looks like he's just moving super slow. But you'll look up and he's got like 13-7 or. Oh
yeah, he would humiliate you at the gym. I mean, like humiliate you. Like, cause he's going slow, but like he's used to playing the fastest and best players in the world, and now come on, get out of here. Plus, he's super long and he's got great hands, so you just take the ball away from you all the time. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Crazy. All right, let's come back. We'll talk about Rob Fisher about what happened last night and getting set for All-Star Weekend, which is coming up because turn the page quickly. And John Morant going to be starting the All-Star game this weekend. It's wild. We'll continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
You have opinions?
Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
As football winds down and basketball really heats up, there's no better place to enjoy all the action than at Sweetgrass Next Door in the heart of Cooper Young. Sweetgrass Next Door is just the right size, not some giant chain and not some hole in the wall. It's the perfect neighborhood bar, and it's the perfect place to catch a game. But make no mistake about it, if you don't care about sports, you'll still be happy at Sweetgrass Next Door. Sports are on the many high-def TVs, but they're not blaring at you, drowning out conversation. If you love sports but you have friends that don't, bring them to Sweetgrass Next Door, the bar that puts neighborhood in neighborhood bar.
The spring sales event is rockin' and rollin' at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Want 43 MPG Highway in these crazy times? We Gossett in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage $239 a month or $16,715. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport 27 MPG combined in an SUV $349 a month or $26,010. Plus redesigned 2022 Outlander. We Gossett at $398 a month. Not a lease, you own them. And get our stellar 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months Mirage, NH001-803, MSRP 17465 Sport, NU003361, MSRP 27010, Outlander NZO53093, MSRP 29615. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22. Dealer stock only.
Is your bank standing in the way of you and your sports book? Try Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. No more bank delays or failures. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
It's raining badly out there.
That it is.
Like, real bad. Severe thunderstorm warning happening right now. Wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour.
Ooh,
as fast as the Ultimate Warrior used to run into the ring.
Absolutely.
That's how fast the wind is gusting out there right now, folks.
Hey, before we get to Rob, I need something from both of you guys later on. Sain, you brought up a basically grizzly killing team. You said C.J. McCollum last game, and now you said Nurkic would be the center. I need you to fill out the rest of that team for me later on. All-time grizzly killer.
We'll ask Rob, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Fish knows. He's seen pretty much
all of them.
So we got two in the
game.
books. We got C.J. and we got Nurkic.
Yeah. I'll figure out the rest of them.
Go for it.
I think it should be like non-star level dudes. It's always like a
just straight
up
talking
about randos. Yeah, I don't want to be
straight
like
up grizzly killer, baby.
Kobe Bryant, like of course.
Oh no.
But like just rando dudes.
Michael Jordan. All right, so joining us now, some call him the Michael Jordan of the Bally Sports Southeast broadcast team.
Michael B. Jordan.
And by some, I mean himself calls him that. But
all right, Michael B. Jordan.
He could be the Michael B. Jordan. He's a fish in remarkable shape. I look forward to his profile in Men's Health. I believe is coming later on this year. As far as that is concerned, how he looks so good in all of those freshly tailored suits in that nice outfit wearing. It wasn't good enough for your Grizzlies last night, though. They finally break another win streak and lose on the eve of the All-Star break. Rob Fisher joins us now to talk about that and what is slightly dampened into what has been a remarkable first 2/3 of the season. Fish, how are you?
Good, fellas. Happy about the break. I think the break was needed, and I think last night sucked, but it's to the point now where every loss kind of sucks because you go to the arena kind of expecting them to win every night right now, which is great. Yeah. It's a great feeling, and I think what's been good, you look at the last handful of losses maybe because they've been few and far between, but Grizzlies have gotten beaten. They haven't just rolled over. The one exception is the Dallas game, but that was understandable. With the number of games that they had played in that period of time, and they still came out and played well for a half, and then just ran out of gas. But other than that, teams have had to really earn wins against the Grizzlies, and last night Portland was fantastic, and they earned it last night. Milwaukee was another team that earned one against the Grizzlies. The game in Dallas, the Mavericks did, and so I mean, when you think of bad losses, it's been a long time since you look at one as a bad loss, where they just didn't have anything and just didn't look like a team that was ready to play. They looked ready to play last night. Portland just played better.
Does it feel like we had a chance to catch up with them last night, but with that loss, of course, that didn't help much as far as the Grizzlies ultimately surpassing the Warriors for second place. Do you think that with the Warriors schedule being one of the more difficult schedules in the league, and ours being a very, very reasonable schedule, all things considered,
favorable?
Yeah. Can you see the Grizzlies passing them eventually to have the second best record in the West or possibly in the NBA?
Yeah, I can see it. If you come out of the break and you have the same effort that you're playing with right now, and you look at the Grizzlies' schedule, I mean, last night was their first loss in their last 14 against teams that are 500 or less. 14 games they went without losing to a team like that. So, yeah, you come out and you play that way, and I think it's like 13 of your remaining games are against teams that are at 500 or below. So, yeah, it is more favorable for you. Plus, I think the Draymond Green injury is a huge thing for Golden State. And, until they get him back, they're beatable. And we've seen that. Curry has gone through some struggles and, they're still there, but they're beatable. And we saw that last night. So I think that, I think the Grizzlies certainly have a chance to catch them. As long as they pick up where they left off, and that's always a question when you go over a long break like this.
Well, and I mean, I think they'll be fine. I thought it was interesting though to hear Brevin talk on the broadcast last night, and I think he brought up a good point about how Portland chose to defend the Grizzlies, and I think you're going to see more and more teams try to take that approach. Which is it's sort of what we saw in the playoffs last year with Utah. It's certainly what we've seen at times. Hey, Ja gets his points. Ja at 44 and 11. He was, getting to the foul line at James Harden levels, 21 to 25 from the foul line. But no one else really. Well, Desmond Bane. But I mean, your backcourt. You didn't get your main guy. You didn't get. Steven Adams wasn't involved. Jaren Jackson Jr. wasn't involved. Bench really wasn't involved. Can you envision more teams adopting the approach where You limit second chance opportunities for the Grizzlies. You limit your transition, and you take your chances with John Morant if he wants to just drive and get fouled and all that. Then so be it.
I think that's fine in theory, but I think executing the plan is something very difficult. I mean, we've thought about that for years against other teams. Hey, let Kobe have his, but stop the others. But I mean, how often did that really work? And you can say that about a certain individual. Let Ja have his, and then the others. I mean, last night the matchup, Nurkic was better. Nurkic owned him, and I think that was a huge part of Steven Adams not having a big game after having 3 straight double-doubles. That was a huge part of Jaren Jackson Jr. not having a big game last night. But then Desmond Bane was back last night, so that's fine. Brandon Clark played well, and Melton played well. So I mean, I thought it was okay. It's just you're going to have a matchup where it doesn't work in your favor, but Ja is so good that. If you're going to let Ja go ahead and go for 40, I'm all right, cool. I'll take my chances because I don't expect Jaren to have nights like that because he's having better nights than bad nights more often than not. I don't expect Steven Adams to really be in a matchup problem almost ever. I mean, how many times have we seen Steven Adams have a matchup problem? It's very rare. So. How many teams have a Nurkic and a Nurkic that played at the level that he did last night? There aren't many. So I'm not overly concerned about it. I think the Grizzlies have adjusted to different ways that they've been defended. I think John Morant has adjusted to different ways the Grizzlies have been defended. He's going to find guys shots, and they're going to get looks, and if they knock them down, then the Grizzlies are really good. If the Grizzlies, it basically, their offense is so predicated on what they do defensively. And being able to get out in transition and not necessarily get fast break points, but just to get into the offense a lot quicker, get the ball moving. And you could say that about most teams in the NBA, but the Grizzlies, because of their defensive ability, they're able to get out in transition a lot more often. And it doesn't matter what defense you throw. If you're able to do that, get stopped. Last night they couldn't get stopped. That was the big problem with the offense. So if you can get stopped, they can get out and they can score. And I don't think it matters what defense you throw at them at all.
You talked about Yusuf Nurkic, who's definitely been the Grizzlies killer his entire career. I joked about how I've never seen him have a bad game against us, regardless of what team he's played for. It seems like he's always killed us over the years. What player, just random player, not stars or superstars included, would you throw on your – we're trying to put together a team of a starting 5 of Grizz killers. Who would you add to the team?
I think of the lesser-known guys. I might throw an Ish Smith out there. He always does. He always has a big game.
Remember, Kevin Martin used to kill us. You remember that?
Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin. Kevin Martin was
murder us. Prime TA, he used to cook them. I was like, man, good God.
And let me tell you, if the game was only 12 minutes, LaMarcus Aldridge was a Hall of Famer against the Grizzlies.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, he was a 10 to 12 point first quarter guy against the Grizzlies. It felt like every single night when he was in Portland. And he's kind of a bigger name too. There have been some more obscure guys. Reggie Jackson. I mean, Chris Vernon talks about it all the time on Grizzlies Live, and he'll never forgive him for the Oklahoma City game in the playoffs that eliminated the Grizzlies. But he's been a guy that in the past was a Grizzlies killer. The obscure guys I always forget until I see them. Until they show up, you're like, oh, that guy. and I forget them. So I can't think of any off the top of my head since you guys have been talking about it. But, yeah, there are those guys out there that when you show up at the arena and you start looking at the roster of the other team, you're like, oh, that guy. And it's some obscure guy who hardly gets any minutes, and all of a sudden he gets in against the Grizzlies. And, Moses Brown was starting to become that guy. And until now, they don't even play him anymore. So,
yeah, that guy's not even in the league. He got cut by somebody.
He was great. He looked great. He looked.
Who?
No, he was traded. He was traded as part of the.
I thought Dallas waived that dude. I don't think he's in the league right now. Go look it up.
Well, he was on the roster when we played him last time.
Yeah,
he's on the Mavericks roster right now. I think.
Yeah, last time we played him, they didn't even play him, and we were like, "Thank you."
He got waived 6 days ago. They waived him.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I knew I saw his name on one of those weird waiver wire lists.
Well, I think you got to go. You got to go get him. You got to go get him. I'd say that's it. There's your guy right there.
Yeah.
If you're another team in the West, go get the Grizzly stopper. Moses Brown's available.
That's your guy right there. Things, this may have been a taste last night. The Grizzlies have got a pretty favorable schedule down the stretch with only 22 games left once the All-Star game is over and done with this weekend. Will this be a taste of what the Grizzlies will see now that they are kind of the hunted rather than the hunter? They're accustomed as a young team to not having expectation. Now the expectation is there. Third best record in the league. They're everybody's darling. John Morant is, on the outside of the MVP discussion. Jaren Jackson Jr. is in the midst of the Defensive Player of the Year discussion. Desmond Bane is getting Most Improved Player discussion. It's a lot of discussion, a lot of hype. Is this what they're going to have to get used to? Or the team's paying a lot more attention to them?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But I think the good thing is that they've kind of felt like that's been the case here for a while, because I think teams have taken notice, and it's been going on for a while. And the key is how well they've been playing even through that. Coming out every night, I think one of the impressive things about this team this season has been, for a young team, you have to learn how to navigate a regular season, and you have to learn to be a contender, to be a top 2 or 3 team in your conference. Every regular season game matters, and this team's playing like every regular season game matters. And it doesn't matter the opponent, whether it's Orlando or New Orleans the other night or even Portland last night. Any team that they've played through the last, couple of months now, they're taking the floor and they're ready to go. And they've used the term "kill your spirit." So they've done that a few times to teams early. I mean, this team for 11 straight games has scored 30 points in the first quarter. 11 straight games. And only twice they trailed and they lost both games. One in overtime to Philadelphia, and then last night a 3-point loss to Portland. So those are the only 2 that they've lost. And the start that they're getting off to, I think, is so impressive for me because it's not looking at who the opponent is. It's not, just kind of taking the floor against the worst team in the league, Orlando. It's coming out and playing. And it's coming out and playing with an edge and playing with energy and those type of things. And I think they're young enough to where I don't think they know any better, Peter. I think all this stuff, they'll be fueled by it. They'll be fueled because they'll make it against them. Like, oh, everybody likes us now. Oh, okay. All right. And they'll use that to their advantage, like they do. And this team, it's, we were talking the other night, Brevin and I, during one of the breaks, and I guess it was in New Orleans. And this is a win over New Orleans. But it's the way that they're winning. And he just looked at me and said, "This is real, man. This is a special team. They win in different ways. They come out, they play hard. They really genuinely like each other. They have a great chemistry, which is something that Lionel Hollins used to say you have to rebuild every year, and they've built it. And I think it continues to get stronger and stronger. So I don't think any expectations are really going to affect this team because I think they've put those expectations on themselves. And some of them may have put that expectation on themselves prior to the season, which we would have thought was crazy. But this team believes in itself, and they believe in each other.
Rob, you're a betting man. How many superlatives do the Grizzlies come away with this weekend, All-Star weekend? We're setting the number at 0.5.
I'll take the over.
Okay.
I think John Morant.
What do you mean by superlatives?
MVP, 3-point contest champion. That's about it, right?
I'll go over.
Yeah.
Desmond will win the rookie sophomore game too, or the Rising Stars Challenge. However they do that thing. Well, let's give him a win there.
Because there's MVP for that award too, right? Yeah, there's the MVP for that game. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll go over. I think if you ask me to pick one player in the league who fits an NBA All-Star game, it would be John Morant. I think the show he's going to put on is going to be spectacular. To think of what he does on a nightly basis and showing us the spectacular, This is an all-star game where there's nobody in his way. Nobody. You're going to see him throw one off the backboard to himself. He's going to throw no-look lobs because the game is just a game of lobs. He's going to be on the receiving end of lobs. He's going to have dunks. I mean, this dude, he said it last night in the postgame that he wants to be the MVP of this game. Well, we've seen guys in the All-Star game that want to be the MVP, and they've gone out and they've done it. I think Ja Morant's very capable of doing it. This game suits him so perfectly that I think he's going to put on a show. I haven't anticipated watching an All-Star game in a long time, but this one I can't wait to see it Sunday.
Well, it's his game is perfectly suited for it. As you said, I think the motivation is there. We talked about it before. Like it was always nice, when Marc Gasol started. It was a little bit different because that was when they carved out center as a position, which is a little bit different. And that was not as no knock on Mark, but that's not as competitive a group as the backcourt for the Western Conference and Ja Morant when he starts. The vote was overwhelming for Ja Morant. And then on top of all of that, like between Mark and Zebo, again, no knock on those guys, but those aren't all-star game type players. Like no one wants to watch Zebo back down a guy and have a nice step back 15-footer. Like it's not all-star game shot. Marc Gasol making a solid defensive rotation. That's not what you want. You want to see somebody, bounce it off somebody's head and fly in. And that's Ja Morant, man. I mean, that's the excitement is off the charts for that reason. Like it's so much better. Marc Gasol, you see Mark check in. It's like, oh, okay, great. Here's a nice pass. Okay, all right, whatever. Like, what are we doing?
Marc Gasol always used to say, make the right play. Make the right play. The All-Star Game's the complete opposite of that. Don't make the right play. No. It's not about making the right play. It's about making the flashy, dramatic play. And if anybody's flashy and dramatic, it's Ja. It wasn't Zebo. Yeah, they're not posting up Zebo and he's going to work and throwing the elbow out there and hooking it up over you. No, that's not happening. And nobody gets excited about a rebound either in the All-Star game. Everybody wants to see guys make baskets. So, yeah, no, they were not suited for the All-Star game and kind of looked a little out of place. I mean, the game was so fast up and down. I remember a couple of possessions where Zebo just hung out at midcourt.
Exactly.
The game just wasn't suited for them. They were All-Stars because they earned it because of their play and their superior play that they had throughout the course of the season. And Ja's getting that as well. But Ja fits the order of how an All-Star game is played much better than those two ever did. And it's going to be spectacular. And I think it's exciting. Like everything else this season, I think the exciting thing is this is the start of something. This isn't a one-time thing. This is going to be a long run of seeing Ja on All-Star Sunday. This is going to be a long run of seeing the Grizzlies in the playoffs. I mean, that's what all the signs are leaning to, and that's really exciting right now to be a Grizzlies fan.
So let me ask you, the both you guys, don't look at anything right now. Just stay cool. This last thing. How many of the slam dunk competition guys can you name?
All of them. Well, I can name. I know for sure 2. If I think for a minute, I can tell you all of them.
Fish, how many you got? Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Neither one of you look it up. Don't look it up.
Well, if we were playing like a game show here, I would say name 2. I wouldn't go for 3.
Name those guys. Name those guys. All right, Anthony Sain, you've been challenged. Can you name 2 of the 4 competitors in the slam dunk competition?
For sure. Juan Toscano Anderson and Jalen Green.
Okay, that's 2. You got it. There's 2 more.
Who else? Obi Toppin is doing it again?
Yes, Obi Toppin. Yes.
Nice.
Let me give you one
more. One more.
I'm the in-house slam dunk.
It's not a guy that I would have. It's not a guy that I would have picked either. But here you go. Cole Anthony, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, Cole Anthony. That dude's so trash.
Cole Anthony.
Anyway.
Wow. I didn't.
You see, why does Ja? Why you guys want Ja to be involved in this garbage event? Like, who cares about any of these jokers out here?
Well, but here's the thing, Ja. If you don't want to be in the slam dunk contest, quit making these like viral porn stuff that you're doing. Like, in the warm-ups if you don't want to be in a slam dunk contest. Just go be in the slam dunk contest. If you're going to do all that doing warm-ups and stuff, or they foul him and he goes and does some ridiculous dunk after the whistle, stop all that if you don't want to be in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah.
I love his new thing of actually doing a after a foul's called, like you said, does some ridiculous attempt, but doesn't finish it.
Yeah.
Just kind of and the whole crowd loses their mind, and it's like
you might as well be in the slam dunk contest. Yeah, you might well be in the. If you're gonna do all that, man, just go get in the slam dunk contest. Jai, you my man. We just quit playing, bro.
Oh, all right. Rob Fisher, enjoy the All-Star break, my friend. Enjoy the All-Star game, and we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
It's fun. It's fun. It's going to be a fun sprint to the finish here, and then we got postseason basketball, gentlemen, and I can't wait.
Oh, cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. Check it out. It is. He's Rob Fisher. Thank you so much, Rob Fisher, joining us on the program as he does every Thursday. When we come back, going to get to a little controversy in the NFL. And a reminder, also, our buddy Dustin Starr going to join us in hour number 2. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Be careful. Weather's pretty nasty as we roll on here on a Thursday. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
Memphis fans, the Tigers host Temple February 24th at FedEx Forum at 6. It's a Coaches for Literacy game sponsored by International Paper. The GTG 100% campaign continues. Scan your tickets to be entered into the end of the season drawing and win a trip for 2 to the American Conference Tournament as well as 6 months of ESPN+. February 24th at 6 against Temple, sponsored by International Paper. For tickets, call 678-2331 or visit GoTigersGoTix.com today.
The Family Leisure family is growing, and they want you to help them grow even more. Family Leisure is now hiring for multiple positions. They're looking for self-motivated, goal-oriented people to come and join their family. Some of the positions include sales for swimming pools, hot tubs, and patio furniture. There's sales and associates for chemicals. Parts and service department associates are needed. Service technicians, you got to have a valid driver's license, and cashiers are needed too. Family Leisure is also looking to add to their installation crews for building above-ground pools. Send your resume to Family Leisure now, 2120 Whitten Road, Memphis, Tennessee, 38133, or email memphis@familyleisure.com. You can also call 901-371-9090. So come and join the family at Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun and you all come together.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. Language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price. If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Because by this time next week, history will have been made. We will have crowned a new WWF champion. Reign perhaps will have new tag team champions. And maybe the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, will be the new Intercontinental champion. Well, that all could happen. But I'll tell you what, there's only going to be one real world champion. There's only going to be one World Wrestling Federation champion. And there's only going to be one human being who has walked the face of this earth.
You got me hooked on these old Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Like I'm just certain. Whoa, I look for them.
They were great, man.
I look for them profusely, trying to find them.
So good. All right, so got a little controversial situation that has cropped up from the NFL. A new report from Don Van Natta Jr. of ESPN.com yesterday revealed that the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, paid $2.4 million to resolve claims made regarding alleged voyeurism that had a former PR head, Rich Dalrymple, was claimed that he was involved in secretly recording cheerleaders with an iPhone while they changed clothes in connection with a 2015 event at the Cowboys Stadium. Apparently, he was also accused by a fan who watched an online stream from the team's draft room in 2015 of taking upskirt photos of Jerry Jones' daughter, Charlotte Jones Anderson, who is an executive with the Cowboys. Rich Dalrymple, a very well-known PR head. This, throw that in with what's happened with Washington and the ridiculous nature of that investigation in the NFL. We haven't talked about it, but the NFL having been revealed that they have more or less been in collusion with Washington to work together to avoid revealing the information publicly about what's actually gone on. And you got yourself a real problem in the NFL. And now Congress is snooping around and could be issuing subpoenas for documents, not just about Washington, but now about Dallas, among others. For their part, the Cowboys say that the organization took these allegations extremely seriously and moved immediately to thoroughly investigate this matter. If any wrongdoing had been found, Rich would have been terminated immediately. Everyone involved felt just terrible about this unfortunate incident. Their investigation found no evidence of wrongdoing. Now, the natural question for that, Anthony Sain, would be, well, then why did $2.4 million move out of your bank account into somebody else's bank account?
Yeah, exactly.
If no wrongdoing was found,
exactly.
I'm not in the process of paying $2.4 million
for nothing.
For nothing. I don't usually do that.
And I'm just reading the story about it. It says the cheerleader says that they saw Dalrymple standing behind a partial wall in their locker room with his iPhone extended toward them while they were changing their clothes. Like this isn't even hidden camera type stuff. He's out there just blatantly. Man, abuse of power in this world, especially in this country, man, is just ridiculous, man. To create that type of work environment for these ladies.
Women in sports, it's tough, we do such a bad job.
Yeah, man.
Taking care of treating women with,
like they're nothing.
Respect, obviously, but this goes beyond I mean, disrespect. This is
like, how do you just walk in on
predatory
them,
behavior? Like, this is terrible.
And I don't. I know. And if you're dead blatant with it, it's like you're basically saying I don't care. The next step would just to be walk from behind
just assume that you're not exactly. You're not gonna. You don't think anything's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, it's wild, man. He's sitting there. I'm gonna stand behind this wall with my arm stuck out. Like, bro, what kind of weirdo are you, man?
Hey, Pete, I want to add something to that. The statement that you just made said that they would have taken swift action. On February the 2nd, Richard did resign, so he is out of there.
Yeah, but he has said, and he said that was not part of this whole thing.
Oh.
Like, I mean, again, whether it was or not, his comment has been that had nothing to do with.
Oh, so his resignation had
nothing
to do.
That's
okay,
what he,
gotcha.
Right, that's what he says. So I mean, now clearly there's a lot of circumstantial situations there, but for the terms of what we're talking about, they say that those are unrelated things. So we shall see. But it's another example of how in general sports treats women terribly and. Yep. Man, just awful. Feel bad for these women, and again, the cheerleaders. It's what are we even doing having cheerleaders at this point? Can't we find a different way to do this?
It is a good question, man. It's a lot of stuff that we do. It seems like it's so outdated. Like,
it's so outdated.
I talked about that one time in the Grizzlies game. Like, what is this for? Like, why do we have like?
It's not like it's a scholarship thing like it is in college or high school or whatever. Like.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Like, we don't have a bunch of dudes running out there. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
It does seem really dated for sure.
It's really dated, and
it ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
No, exactly.
Like the national.
All right, out. That's true too. You're exactly right about that. Hour number 2 on the way. We're going to talk to our friend Dustin Starr. Y'all be safe with this nasty weather out there. We'll continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
South, the Kia President's Day sales event is in full swing at Gossett Kia on the Pike, and you're going to want to make your move today. Get Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty and get ready to ride in a 2022 Kia Forte LXS, $199 a month. 2022 Kia Soul LX, $219 a month. Both 36-month leases, $27.99 due at signing. Plus 2022 Kia Sorento LX, we Gossett, $308 a month. 36-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. So come see Bobby J. He's going to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or online KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Forte NE 456 841, MSRP 21090. Soul N78 23215, MSRP 21515. Sorrento NG 104027, MSRP 31460. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 must finance through KMF. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22. Dealer stock only.
Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. Language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
This is becoming our house music theme song. I love it.
There you go.
They ain't ready for it.
This always puts me in a better mood, y'all.
Normally, Sain is up and out. It's
normally he's up.
Normally he's up and kind of doing the Sainskate thing.
Not myself lately. Not myself lately, man.
And then I try to play with y'all's funny bone. Like I brought us back to that speaker box the other day, and Pete didn't know it, and he started rocking out. And this is normally what gets Sainz out of his seat. You know, goes there and take his shirt off and bounce around and stuff. There he is. He's woke. There he is. Condolences to Anthony Davis. I'm thinking about you, Anthony Davis. I'm thinking about your brother.
Bring out that skinny jean wearing. Dustin's down, right? Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Rob was calling out, matching everything. I forgot about this.
Man, I ain't talking about that, man. Dustin started on nothing to do with me, bro.
My money's on Dustin.
Oh. Dustin started you. You on this out of his haircut wearing. What's up, man?
Is that a challenge? Are you guys challenging me or what?
No, man.
He's cutting a promo on you. He's cutting a promo right there.
I mean,
talking all this noise, man.
Still trying to get you and him in the bout.
Or a best hair competition or what?
I had a whole 38106 show up at the Wrestling Center, man.
Bring them on. Come on, man. Booker T's coming up next.
Hey, whose side you think Booker T going to be on?
On my side, of course, because I'm the one bringing them in.
Say less, man. Say less.
That's true. Yeah, he's the one bringing them in. So that's
this is part of the book. You take care of Sainskate first. Sucker!
Somebody's got to remix that Sainskate thing. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Before we talk about the wrestling, you were there last night. A little bit disappointing finish, but what a great ride it's been so far for this Grizzly squad. And how much fun is it for you, man, when you're out there just doing your thing and getting a chance to watch this thing happen? And it looks like you might be having a lot of work all the way through into the summer.
Man, it is really exciting. I mean, last night when I looked up at the stats and I saw that Ja was already in the 30s, I thought to myself, wow, that's kind of a quiet 33 points. And then I thought, wait a minute, is there such thing as, and then he ended up with 44. But it's like these guys were kind of getting used to them being, or I am kind of getting so good and being so exciting that when you look up and you see over 30 points, like, and also I'm working the other games too. So sometimes I'm out rolling, and then when I stick my head out and look at the score, I don't get to see the games quite like you do. But the fans are excited. The place is packed. The merchandise, the new jackets, and the new, of course, the All-Star jerseys were in last night. But just all the stuff it just looks really cool. John and the team are really cool. When they gave him his jersey, the guys all came out and messed with him at center court. There's definitely a camaraderie that I can see that, and I'm not saying that they never had it before, but not to this extent. They are all just goofing with each other, pre and post game interviews, like the serious stuff. They do the serious stuff, but then they get into their goofy mode. So I think they're just having a lot of fun. And it was disappointing that we didn't win that game last night. But I mean, also, I guess you can't win them all. We had a 6-game winning streak, right? So
yeah, for sure.
We don't have another home game for the Grizzlies until February 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, wow, you get a little bit of break here, but then they've got a big all-star watch party going on at the Forum on Sunday. If you can't get enough of the Grizz and you want to see Desmond Bane shoot some threes, and then of course Ja play, you can go watch it with Grizz Nation at the Forum. So lots of really cool stuff going on, man.
Dustin, I meant to ask you this a couple weeks ago. I think I can still use it because we're approaching All-Star Weekend. What Grizzly players on this current roster could you see that could double as wrestlers, who you would love to have a contract with championship wrestling in Memphis?
Desmond Bane, he's got the gun.
the little gun show.
You talk about the other gun show. That's right.
Oh no, man, we might have gun show versus gun show, man. Desmond Bane, he's got some guns.
Who's
hanging
taller?
out of that jersey,
Who's taller?
man.
Is gun show as tall as Bane is? Because I don't think Bane's really 6'6" for one. But
if Bane is 6'6", he's probably a little taller than Brett, because I think Brett gun show is like 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'3", 6'4".
So he would look bigger. He would look bigger than the gun show if he got in the ring.
Quite possibly.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he does have some really big arms, too. Also, I like Grizzly Adams.
Yeah.
Steven Adams, I mean, he kind of reminds me of a big bruiser that you're never going to see him take any bumps. He's just going to, waylay some people. He's like a bodyguard for you, There's definitely some wrestlers on the Grizzlies. I think Kyle Anderson would be a good, manager, because he's a big wrestling fan. You'll see him with a wrestling shirt on.
Really?
He doesn't look as physically imposing as Desmond Bane, so maybe you partner up, Kyle with his experience and stuff with Desmond, and you got a little manager and
a little Brock
probably a
Lesnar
baby
type
face.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bane would probably be a baby face in Memphis, maybe a heel everywhere else.
What about Tillman? Tillman probably could be a wrestler. He could be.
Yeah, Tillman could. Let me think. Who else? Before it was always Zebo.
Yeah.
Zebo would have been my first pick, and he probably still is my first pick, because I'd imagine he's still a really tough dude. He could probably still get in the paint and knock some people around.
Yeah, for sure.
Also,
think,
Grizz. What about
I'm
Super Grizz? Super Grizz would be the perfect tag team partner. He can just dive off a balcony and take them out, and I'll just pin them.
Yeah, we've seen him we've seen him whoop dudes for years now. So yeah.
I mean, and I thought it was disgraceful to see Natch again messing with Grizz, Super Grizz, and Grizz last night. It's very tough.
Yeah,
just can't get that. He just cannot.
Natch was back last night.
Yeah,
you can't
good on that.
Man,
because you remember when Natch was around, it's probably been a little over 2 years, probably before the pandemic and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Natch was causing some trouble. He ruined Grizz's wedding.
Yeah,
hit him with a chair on Valentine's Day, no less. So, Natch reared his ugly head and stole Grizz's mascot gold medal, because, of course, we had the mascot Olympics last night.
No, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you went there, man. And we got plenty of wrestling stuff to talk about, but I got to go here real fast if you don't mind. What happened when it seemed like a few years ago when the Hustle first got here, when the Memphis Hustle first got here, it seemed like they were ultimately setting up, because they were doing like a pick the mascot thing or whatever.
Yeah, it was like a 10-day contract.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is all the setup.
Contract.
Like, this is all the setup where the payoff is going to be Natch is going to be the mascot. Because I'm like, because the mascot is still kind of a bear. Like the logo is still a bear's head or whatever for the Hustle.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's going to be Natch. What happened with it?
Man,
you should have stepped. You should have intervened, man. You should have intervened, Dustin.
I don't get to write the stories out. I get the stories, and then I
thought it was all you. When I saw them doing it, okay, Dustin was doing it.
Oh,
you?
I help out. So sometimes
I thought that particular story was you, man.
Well, I see where it's going. So me and Grizz, we come up with a lot of stuff, but then I see kind of where it's going, and that's where I thought it was going too, because I was like, wow, okay, so Natch is going to be at the hustle, and it just never, like you said, it just never happened. I'm not sure. There's actually not a mascot.
What are they doing
at the hustle?
Who I need to call, man?
I'm not sure.
Eli.
Hey, you know, if you're looking for a mascot, I mean, I could be a mascot.
Eli.
Eli.
Call Eli. I don't
Have
care
you
about
heard
that.
Eli and Roser's commentary?
Yes, they're
Their
awesome.
commentary is
They're
hilarious.
incredible. Yep, they're great, man, for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know
they're,
what happened.
Free
with that.
Dash, man, for real.
Yeah, no, it's. I listen. I think it's. I just think it's disgraceful once again to see Natch back and just doing this stuff. I thought we'd gotten over it. It's too bad. It's too bad, man. You can't leave well enough alone. But obviously you just can't. Just disappointing. All right, so now you got to give me the scoop, give me the skinny, give me the inside dirt on what's happening with Cody and Randy. And leaving AEW in the seemingly pretty shocking turn of events, with the rumor being that he might be the first to jump back to WWE from AEW. Normally it's been one-way traffic, and he's going back the other direction. What's going on here?
Well, do you remember all these months that we've been talking about, hey, guys, just wait until these contracts expire. Just wait until these contracts are up. Vince is going to get who he wants to get, right? Remember when I said that all these months?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's time to get who he wants, Vince McMahon, that is. Me personally, I could see this being a work.
Yeah,
to where
a lot of people have said that. A lot of
stays
people have
in AEW. But also at the same time, just giving like his legacy and where he's gotten himself in his career. I think that him and Brandy are in a position to call their own shot, do what it is that they wanted to do. So I think if he wants to go back to WWE, that is awesome. He could possibly, just think of the history once Cody and Brandy's careers are over with. They literally left WWE, started this company, depending on the longevity of AEW, which is, it's already an awesome thing that he did it, but let's say that it continues for 10, 20 years and it goes head-to-head with WWE. He helped create that. That's part of his legacy. Now he can go on and be WWE champion or maybe not do anything if he doesn't want to. But I really think that there's one or two ways it'll go. He's either going to WWE, and it's going to be awesome, or he's just going back to AEW, and there will be some sort of story or something that revolves around that. They were saying it weeks and weeks, maybe even months ago, that his contract was coming up and acting like he might jump. And at that time, I was like, no way. There's no way that's going to happen. And I still kind of think no way that it happens. But also, he's not going to be, if he does go to WWE, he won't be the last one. I actually have a short list just off the top of my head that I could see departing when their contract is up and heading over to WWE. I think Wardlow is on the top of that list because I think what he's doing right now is just to get there because WWE had already told him before, hey, go make a name for yourself, come back. They're really good about that. And I think he's done a great job. He looks awesome. He's good in the ring. I think he's a WWE product. Also, I think Darby Allin, believe it or not. I think he's so marketable that WWE would sign him, sell a ton of toys.
It feels like he just doesn't work like with that. I don't know.
Those guys seems like those guys are just setting themselves up to be wasted if they do.
They'd have to. Yeah, they would have to really tone him down a lot. But just imagine the masks, the toys, the shirts, just all the stuff that they could do with Darby. I think there's now, and of course I don't have any insight. I'm just purely guessing here that. Darby, Wardlow. Let's see, who else would go? You guys think anybody else would jump over there?
I don't even like this conversation, man. I would feel a way about any of those dudes jumping. Like, for real, because they're going to get wasted, man. Like, I can see what you're saying, but I can also see them, like, sticking Darby Allin in NXT or something, and, like, you never see him.
Yeah.
Like, no, man. Stay with – I would really feel a way towards Cody Rhodes if he went to WWE. For real. After all the crap you talked and the Triple H stuff, nah, man. You can't go back.
I think this guy Bryan Danielson. I think Bryan Danielson would be a good man.
Well, so it's WrestleMania season, guys. It's WrestleMania season. So they're building up there. So I don't know if Triple H is in physical condition to compete and wrestle and all that stuff. But if he is, there's your WrestleMania match right there. is Cody with Brady in his corner versus Triple H with Stephanie and his. So I don't know that there's a bigger match.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Other than something that Brock and Ronda are in or something, as far as national spotlight. But that would definitely be the match, especially after Cody smashing the throne and there was all sorts of stuff said and everything. But all that stuff, the storyline stuff, the business part is, hey, man, let's come make some money. And I think that match would do it for sure.
Well, and I think there's certainly more than one way to skin the cat, so to speak. And there's more than one way to do this. And I think stylistically we've seen the differences continue to kind of happen between the two organizations, and that's cool. Like, I mean, we've talked about how that's important, and I think that what AEW has set out to do is they are doing it. They're doing it right now. The thing that's interesting to me, though, I thought that was you. That was your little baby.
Sorry, that's my
little baby.
Little baby. Little baby is going to be competing tonight. No, the thing that I want, I'm curious to see. I don't think we've seen it yet. Is the WWE's response to it? They feels like they're still kind of fumbling around trying to find the best way to go. They've had their moments. They've had some moments for sure. But I still think they're not quite together, and it still feels like a company. When you couple the Shane McMahon, that was a really weird situation.
Wow, yeah.
The grand opening, grand closing on Shane McMahon coming back to the organization, and it still feels like Vince is heavily involved. Nick Khan is not, by all accounts, not well liked, not well thought of by a huge chunk of especially the wrestling type folks behind the scenes.
Not fair though. That's not
well.
The fan perception is not fair in my opinion, because he doesn't want to let people go. That's not. It's business, and if they're, and this is arguable too because they let go of Bray Wyatt, but we don't know the ins and outs and details of why. There's always reasons for everything, but some of the people that they have released, you could look at the list and see that some of them weren't bringing the revenue in for whatever reason. You can't make him the bad guy for that. He's got to make business decisions. But I guess somebody has to take the fall, and if it's not Vince, I guess it'll be Khan. Anyways, I'm sorry.
It seems like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it does seem like just as far as employees, there was an interesting post a few days ago from people that have posted like WWF info from Glassdoor, the site that reviews corporate environments, and it's this scathing. There's dozens of scathing reviews from executives behind the scenes at WWE that talk about how bad it is to work there and how disorganized they are and how chaotic the situation is. And these are executives. These are not people that you would ever know about. These are the people that are, doing the money crunching and buying, getting the ticket organization, all that stuff going together. The thing is, Dustin, I wonder, do you think that is it time for Vince? Is he ever going to relinquish control? Is he ever, or will it just be he's going to have to die and literally just die on that day? And that's the next day is when somebody else can actually have some control of WWE, because I still think they're married to some stuff that he's been doing for 30 or 40 years, and it's just not, I don't think it's going to work anymore.
I think he's going to have to die or just be physically incapable of doing it. I just don't see any scenario where it's his company and he's out of the loop. There's been a lot of rumors about selling, so I kind of was under the impression that maybe if Vince is ready to get out, then he would just sell it. Instead of, who else would take it over? I mean, obviously Shane would take it over, even if he was just fired or whatever. It's still a family business, and I'm sure Triple H, Stephanie, Linda, and Shane would keep it and do all that stuff. But then also, I think selling is probably the option that they would look at to make the money off of it. But I do think he would have to be dead not to be in it. And also, I like Vince. I think there are sometimes you make decisions that don't hit. It's not a home run. It might be a single or it might be a strikeout. Gosh, but he's hit so many grand slams over the years. The problem that they have is, other than say, and Roman is not a new guy, so we could even throw him out. But other than like Roman, who is the tippy top? Who will stand across the ring from Brock Lesnar and you think, oh, Brock doesn't stand a chance? You know, your top guys right now are Brock, Roman. Of course, Ronda is always going to be on the top.
A drug test.
The women's division. Charlotte, a drug test. But as far as any of the other
drug
guys,
test is undefeated against him.
it's
for
undefeated. who else is headlining WrestleMania?
But that's their fault, man.
You know,
they don't promote their guys.
It is. It's totally their fault, and that's the problem that they have right now. And I think that's one of the reasons that maybe Cody comes over. That's the reason that I think that maybe a Darby would come over. You know, I even think an MJF would sign with WWE, especially that Cody's there
I'd
now.
be so let down.
There's another name that you can add to the list. So I've got Darby, MJF, and Wardlow is just right off the top of my head that I think would go to WWE. But they don't have anybody on the tippy top. So I've heard the rumor that Stone Cold might come back and have a match against Kevin Owens,
who's 60 years old.
But hey, Stone Cold's probably in better shape. He looks jacked on these interviews. So I don't know. But they say that in August they built a ring at his house. I don't know how people find this stuff out, but it's all over the internet. And so if you have Stone Cold, maybe I'm just not the biggest Kevin Owens fan, but I just don't think that a Stone Cold versus Kevin Owens is like the big match that you would bring Stone Cold back for. But that's just me. That's just my fandom. But so you have to bring back a Stone Cold Steve Austin because you don't have anybody that's on the top that can, and you got to sign a Cody because you don't have anybody that's on the top other than
That's what I'm saying. That
Roman.
You're
They messed up
creating
Big
your
E.
guys, and you
They
kneecapped.
messed up Big E, man.
They messed up Big E. They messed up Keith Lee. They messed up. They've kneecapped a lot of dudes that could have been, and a lot of ladies that could have been big, and they just don't seem to understand how to do that at this point. I cannot help but think, you know, things are different now, but I cannot help but think of them as WCW, where, you know, back in the final days, where it's like you keep relying on the same, you know, cadre of guys that are getting older and older, and, you know, Goldberg, we'll go back and find him, and Brock, and these guys are in their
Goldberg
their
is
50s.
on the show tomorrow. On
Yeah,
Saturday.
you go, Goldberg's
is
54,
wrestling
50, 54, 55 years old. You know, Triple H is like, you know, 50 in that neighborhood. Stone Cold 60. Like, well, you know, it's at some point you got to like let those guys go. And hell, even you know, a lot of the other guys have been around. John Cena's of the world. I mean, same thing. Like, it's been around forever, and they just seem afraid of creating new talent. And when they do, it always seems like they undercut it, you know, in favor of the existing guys. And, you know, at some point you got to find new guys, and you got to make it work. And I just think they've struggled to do that.
Sometimes it's as easy as wins and losses. And I say that because they 50-50 book, or they do what they did to, you know, Big E, make him really, really strong, give the people what they want, put the championship on him, and then he loses it, and then he's just like loses in the opening match the next week. And then I didn't watch all of Raw on Monday, but I watched a bunch of it, and I didn't see him on that either. So you had this WWE champion that everybody loved and couldn't wait for him to get the title, and now he's I mean, is he on WrestleMania? Like, is he feuding with anybody, Big E, right now? Because I can't tell you if he is. Yeah. So what happened? It's just stuff like that, and it's that weird booking. You got to beat people. You got to beat people in order for people to believe. Like, if you're a UFC, I try to take it back to like real life. If you're a UFC fighter and you lose all the time, people aren't going to want to say, look at CM Punk. He lost his fight. People didn't want to see him fight anymore. And he didn't want to fight anymore. It has to be a little bit realistic to where you have to get some prominent victories in order to be an established star. And they do too much of that 50-50 booking.
Too much.
To do that, I think. Yeah.
It's killer. It's ridiculous. Well, as you mentioned, you guys have Booker T coming up. We're going to hopefully find out a lot more of that in the coming weeks. Plus a big show on Saturday, Championship Wrestling from Memphis. What's going on?
Do not miss Saturday. Watch it from start to finish. I promise you. I can't tell you anything else. I'm just going to say Hint, hint, tease, tease. Watch till the very end. Something really cool is going to happen. These next 3 or 4 weeks, even longer than that, of television are just, to me, really good. I mean, we've had Nyla Rosen, Tiger Joe, Rhino. This Sunday that we had, the last Sunday, was Super Bowl Sunday. We had Mickey James, Nick Aldis, and Jonathan Gresham, who's the Ring of Honor World Champion. That was our second highest drawing show on Super Bowl Sunday. So wrestling fans, Super Bowl? No, sir. Super Bouts? Yes, sir. So it was awesome on Sunday, so thanks to Memphis for coming out. You can get your tickets for Booker. They are selling really fast. It is going to sell out. You know, we have very limited space there at the Wrestle Center. It'll definitely sell out, so don't wait till March. You know, go ahead and get your ticket. It's March the 6th, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. And if you hit me up in the DM, I might even send you a little discount code and save you a little bit of money.
Okay.
And we've got a big lineup, guys, man. We've got some Saturday nights that we're going to announce coming up here pretty soon.
I love it. Love that. Love that.
We did a couple last year, but we'll do some Saturdays, some Sundays. But it's rocking and rolling, man. Check us out, championshipwrestlingmemphis.com.
Love that idea. Thank you, Dustin Starr. Joins us on the program. Oh, yeah. We'll come back some breaking news as well. Five times on the show. We got some breaking news. We'll come back with that as we continue. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
So here's what car buyers are facing right now. Most dealerships have little to choose from or maybe some selection, but nothing to get excited about. Not at Auto Universe Germantown. I'm looking at beautiful top-of-the-line late-model cars and SUVs right here on Winchester off 385. Auto Universe Germantown has more luxury vehicles than I've seen in one place in a long time. Lexus, Infiniti, Audi, Jeep. Looks like every brand. How about Mercedes, Nissan, Honda, Chevy, Toyota? Affordable luxury. No haggle pricing. Come on by. Ask for Zach. He'll take care of you. There's no wait time for service appointments either right here at Auto Universe Germantown. Call Robert at 901-751-7300 and get in now. Brakes, transmission, tire rotation, battery checks. Top technicians for all makes and models. Even collision repair. Everything you want in one place. 7300 Winchester, just off 385. You're going to love Auto Universe Germantown. Ask for Zach and tell him you heard about him on Sports 56. Finest pre-owned luxury vehicles made affordable. That's eautouniverse.com.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Right now is a great time to take advantage of Choate's winter specials by upgrading your furnace, switching to a Rinnai tankless water heater, or getting $50 off air duct cleaning. By now, you most likely have heard of the benefits of UV light technology for your HVAC system. Purchase any new Carrier furnace right now, and we will install one for you at no additional cost. For those who have not installed a tankless water heater yet, what are you waiting on? Stop wasting utilities heating water you do not use and getting frustrated taking cold showers or baths. Right now, when you purchase a Rinnai tankless water heater, Choates will install one premium toilet for free in your home. And Choates is offering $50 off its air duct cleaning services. Not only does this service get the years of dust out of your ducts, it also helps the indoor air quality you and your family breathe every day. All these specials qualify for 18 months no interest financing with approved credit. So call 347-8086 to schedule your free estimate today. Turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion, first with some music. Then in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
The spring sales event is rocking and rolling at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Want 43 MPG Highway in these crazy times? We Gossett in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage $239 a month or $16,715. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport 27 MPG combined in an SUV $349 a month or $26,010. Plus redesigned 2022 Outlander. We Gossett at $398 a month. Not a lease, you own them. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months Mirage, NH01803, MSRP 17465 Sport, NU03361, MSRP 27010, Outlander NZO 53093, MSRP 29615. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
All-Star, you're a starter. What else do you want to accomplish this All-Star weekend?
Really just, put on, for my teammates, my coaching staff, the Grizzlies as a whole, city of Memphis, my family, where I'm from, Georgia, South Carolina. Just, have fun and enjoy it pretty much. I also want that, All-Star MVP.
There it is. Give it to him.
There it is. You know what else is going on right here?
No.
I'm just listening to the new Trip J album that just dropped.
Oh, my God.
That's why that man was trash last night. Man was worried about his album release.
That's exactly it. He dropped an EP on Apple Music. I'm listening to it, now during the
was that the breaking news?
I'm still just
that's the breaking news. Suddenly, you look at that album cover.
Said, "What do you think the breaking news?" Hell,
that's the he just dropped it. He just dropped it while we were talking to Dustin. It's a 7-track Apple Music exclusive. It seems at this point. I don't see it on any other.
Are you on it? Did you make the cut?
Suddenly, yeah, I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it right now. You hear this in the background?
How you
I can't really because
how you know it was out?
He's on it. That's why he produced one.
Yeah. I produced it.
Produced a track.
Man, be quiet, man.
No, Darian didn't tweet it out. I told you. This is I've been on this track for a little bit. I've been testing it out.
Man, be quiet, bro. How did you know it was out though? Like he tweeted it out?
Because he tweeted it.
Oh, okay.
Jaron tweeted it out.
That's what I asked you. Hold on.
Let us find out you don't follow Jaron.
No, I don't follow these dudes. I do follow Jaron.
Yeah. See, I can't. Yeah, there's some of this is. I gotta tell you, man.
Follow Jaron, man.
Album cover's kind of cool. I like the art. It's a girl riding a unicorn. I think we got to know what's going on. What's going on there?
Jared is such a clown, man. Oh my God! With the pink heels laid on the ground.
I can't. Yeah, exactly. I can't. I mean, I've played these the clips. I can't. It's all. I can't play any of it. We can't play any of it. I can tell. It's all a lot of.
Is it worse than Shaq's though?
Explicit. It's good. This is actually significantly better than the stuff that he dropped.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, on SoundCloud or whatever. This is not really my thing so much.
He's
like my style of rap. Yeah, he's not really. He's kind of into that.
Not quite Project Pat, is he?
No, it's like that. Travis Scott kind of.
Auto-tune-ish kind of
fruity, Magooty kind of out in the weird ether, outer space kind of tripped out. Wacko rap. There's a lot of this kind of the dudes are into that. Hey, that's okay. That's cool. Not really my thing, but I get it. But this is significantly better.
It'll go copper. So I mean, hey, it's all good.
Yeah, this thing could go aluminum, and I think it's
aluminum.
No, he don't 13.
That's exciting. Hey, no, man, it's cool. It's 17 minutes of rap. It's not a full album by any stretch.
Any features? Give me some features. Any features?
The only feature is T. Trendon.
Trendon Watford.
Could be Trendon Watford. He was there last night. It could be he was on the floor last night. It could be Trendon Watford.
They finished it last night live.
Yeah, they could have finished it last night after the game. I don't know who Trendon is. He's a Memphis-based.
That's T.
The rapper. He's a Memphis-based guy. Trendon is his name, and he's a producer. He's done he produced some stuff. Oh
man,
he's not a huge name yet.
How you got 17? How you got 7 tracks in the 17 minutes?
Because that's what they do now. All songs are like a minute and a half nowadays.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
Like there's his song. The song with T. Trendon is 1:52.
Yeah.
Bro.
And then he's got a freestyle. It's 1:46.
Harmonic garbage. That's what kids are making.
His intro is good though. The idea, I like it. That's my favorite one out of it so far. Hadouken. He's got one called Hadouken. in an ode to Street Fighter. Got a track called Hadouken.
For real.
Man, Jared tweaking, man.
Yeah, that's.
Oh man, this man was gonna be. This man was a defensive player of the year candidate. It's over now, man. Look, you saw the type of game he has when he's focused on me.
Yeah, I know. This is concern.
That man was like, "Oh, forget this. I'm about to drop an album tomorrow."
Major concern.
Jared. They're gonna do him like shit. Jared, tell me how my ass tastes. They'll do him like shit.
A major concern going on this one. As soon as we. So anyway, it's out. It's out now. Go
Aluminum, go and get it. One pretty pearl. We got your copy.
One pretty pearl says that she thinks that they played the album last night during the game. She said Marcus. I can't think of Marcus' last name. The PA guy said something, and he was playing something, and there was a QR code on the screen. They played it during the warm-ups or something like that.
I can't believe Rob Fisher didn't tell us.
Yeah, Rob might be a hater, bro.
Rob Fisher might be T. Trendon.
Ooh.
T. Trendon.
Ooh.
Bro, that's Trendon Watford for real. Like, y'all, man, you
T. Trendon. Trio Trendon. Something.
Man, go.
Hey.
Bro, I can't wait to the commercial break. I'm about to listen to this whole album.
You can listen to the whole album pretty much
on break.
You should have told me this,
I told you I listened to a big chunk of it. I've been listening to a big chunk of it here. I feel like I got a pretty good feel for it. Just a little. I think the standout is the intro. I think it's good.
The girl riding the uniform with the pink heels on the ground.
Yeah, the unicorn with the pink heels. Yeah, it's good.
Then she looks, racially ambiguous. That's what the kids like these days.
Sounds like y'all giving it 2.5 mics from our 5 mic source ratings. Sounds like giving it 2.5.
I don't think that girl is very racially ambiguous.
Oh yeah, she's black. I had to zoom in. My bad.
She's black. She just sort of
got the afro puffs. My bad.
I mean, she's light skinned. But she's definitely black.
I was looking at a very small version of it, but when I zoomed in, big legs. You know what I'm saying? Little waistline.
I like. Yeah, exactly. I think
Carolyn doll, ain't it?
Because
I think whoever did the art for this is good. This is a nice. I do. That's from forget about the tracks and stuff. When he's standing like on the moon doing all this, and like look at that's
I
like it. I like the art, man. The art's cool. The art style is cool.
I'm about to send this to Gabe. He'll have it as his iPad screen next time I see him. Gabe changed his iPad screen like 50 times a day.
Yeah, I like that. That's how he's expressing himself. Man. There's nothing wrong with that.
My boy 13, man. This is so funny.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you on break why you gonna get beat up.
Why?
You said you pinched babies, right?
Yeah.
Mama chimed in.
Mama who? Oh, real star.
Yeah. She got. Yeah. Yeah. You're not gonna like.
Oh
that. Yeah. She gonna beat you up.
Yeah. I hate for that to happen.
Beat you up. I do think this probably was. I do think this is probably the reason why Jaren had a bad game last night.
Yeah, clearly.
I think Jaren's focused on this. Man, look, honestly, like, I'm trying to. The greatest players of all time. How many of them had a music career?
Shaq and Kobe.
I mean, Shaq, kinda.
Damian Lillard.
But not really.
Man, Shaq had a platinum album. What are you talking about?
Man,
he did go platinum.
Shaq Fu went platinum, fam.
He went Pete. I mean, he went platinum, Pete.
What?
Damian Lillard,
no
Kobe.
Way.
Hold on. To my NBA players.
Shaq Diesel.
The
album Shaq Diesel.
It went platinum, bro. One of them went platinum. I don't know which one.
I'm gonna find this. Yeah, it did. It went platinum. How did that thing go platinum?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You a hater, bro.
The man was larger than life, literally.
Allen Iverson, J. Cole, Lonzo Ball. Come on now.
Did you say J. Cole? J. Cole played
NBA
overseas.
Africa leading scorer.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
And then he dropped that album while he was playing over there.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball, we're playing, bro.
Shaq Diesel. Okay, so Shaq. All right, I'll give you Shaq. Damian Lillard. I mean, where's Damian Lillard's major playoff success? I don't see it. Kobe decided he wasn't going to do it. He was.
I played y'all all the Kobe's tracks the other week.
Yeah, Kobe was terrible. Kobe honestly,
he just wanted to be. He wanted to be like
Allen
R&B.
Iverson. He didn't. Again, Allen Iverson wasn't. That wasn't his.
Deion Sanders, come on, man.
Iverson didn't make his album until he was it was later on in his at least midway through his career. I'll put it that way.
For our age group, Deion probably has the most memorable song.
Marvin Bagley, we all some haters, bro.
Must be
again all these. This is my point. You're making my point for me. These are all players who have. I'm talking about other than Shaq. Other than Shaq, who's unequivocally gonna be. Is Ja gonna release an album? I don't think so. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Did Michael Jordan release an album? No. LeBron, is he going? No. LeBron can't even sing.
Okay, bro, we acting like LeBron, like Michael Jordan didn't drop a cologne.
He actually did, yeah. And it was
a lot of guys
stinky.
did.
What does he have to do for the cologne though? Somebody brings him a cologne. He's like, yeah, it smells like that says good.
That's
Put my
fine.
name on it.
Take a picture.
That's fine. Yeah, there you go. Boom. I'm out. That's all you got to do.
Put it in
Walmart. Didn't have to,
Walgreens. Let's go.
Did you read the piece in GQ talking about Jaren? Jaren's got a whole ass studio in his house. He comes home and he produces a song. And he's got 150 tracks that are just sitting there. This man, I don't know. That's just. Man, I'm glad he's found it. I'm glad he's got a creative outlet, man. That just worries me. I just gotta be honest.
Yeah, it does. I'm laughing, but I am kind of concerned that Jaren's. He's always been a flighty dude anyway. He's just, you know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
And then the night after his worst game of the season, we see him. Oh, I dropped the album. My bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, Jaren. It looks like it's a direct parallel between him and
I just
screwing around.
I just tweeted to Trendon Wofford. Is this him on his album?
T Trendon.
Yeah. We'll find out.
T Trendon.
He's probably still in town. They had no games. Yeah, that's Trendon Wofford until further notice, guys. They don't have any more games. It's All-Star break. He just stayed in with Jaren and did the album last night. They wrapped it all up.
Well, it's not spelled the same way, so let me look up T
no,
Trendon.
That's alias, man. He's throwing you off.
T Trendon. Let me see. BeatStars profile. He's from Memphis.
Yeah, I looked up T Trendon. I'm telling you, it's nothing.
No, it's not the same.
Ain't a whole lot happening right here.
Y'all think T Trendon is Zach Boyd? Okay.
He's the producer.
So this is Zach alias. So hey, have to find out.
T Trendon, ladies and gentlemen.
Jared, but you know what though? Just the fact that he has a local producer on his stuff. That kind of speaks to the fact that Jaren is ingrained into the city.
Walking up and down Beale Street a little too long.
If he's connected with a local producer, he's dead serious about his music for sure.
He can't wait to give out his CDs where they're gonna build a roller coaster at over there where we were talking about. He's gonna be over there handing the CDs out.
I said Jaren 8 feet tall passing out CDs.
Over there where he ain't supposed to be.
He's gonna have a QR code for you to scan if you to listen to his stuff.
Put a flyer on your windshield.
Those days are over, man. The days of dudes passing out CDs. I saw a girl she was like, I came outside my apartment and all up and down the hallway were CDs. She was like, who has CDs still? But the CDs didn't have anything on them. They were just listen to my music on this with a QR code and all that kind of. I was like, that's pretty dope, man. It was literally just like a flyer. They wasn't the actual music on the CDs.
And that was a Cherokee and okay. Mm-hmm. You know what was on them CDs?
No, it wasn't. No, this was. I said Cherokee.
I mean, I just remember every time I come into work there at Flynn Broadcasting, there'd be 4 or 5 CDs under the door when I walk in.
Sure.
People just throw the CDs in with the little whatever.
Go around the corner to where Hot 107 is. You kind of at the wrong door if you drop them.
Many people don't know.
Well, back in the day, this was back in the day when Hot 107 was in.
Okay,
yeah. So there you go. All right, we'll come back. We'll wrap it up here. I want you listening during the break.
I'm listening right now.
Give me a review. And don't listen right now. We're doing a show.
No, what I'm saying I'm putting my buzz in. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. All right, yeah. Listen, give me the review because you can listen.
I ain't been listening to this while I'm doing this. My one track mind. Come on now.
All right. When we come back, we'll get the review of it and a whole lot more as we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello. Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family Leisure wants you to start thinking towards spring and maybe even summer. So Family Leisure's pool and patio sale is happening right now. Come to Family Leisure to get started on your outdoor living space. Yes, I know it's cold and dreary outside, but this is the perfect time to think ahead. Pools are in stock and ready to go. Brand new 2022 patio furniture is hitting the floor each and every day. In-stock hot tubs are ready for delivery. You can get fantastic deals on play gyms, trampolines, grills, and outdoor kitchens. I know you are already looking forward to spring and summer, and so does Family Leisure. But if you sit on the couch too long, the best deals will be gone. So don't wait until it's too late. Stop thinking about spring and summer. Start planning for it. The pool and patio sale is in season right now. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road. That's Whitten at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
It's my birthday. Happy birthday to you.
We're going to get a review here momentarily from Anthony Sain. Can't wait to see what that review is. But I wanted to review our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook because those of you out there, you know what, it's been less than a week, but you're probably missing some football. Well, you know, it used to be Thursday nights, you'd have some football on. Well, you could still turn every Thursday into payday because you got some basketball on tonight, NBA on TNT. It is TNT Thursdays here on FanDuel Sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. FanDuel gets every customer $10 back every Thursday. Just bet a $10 or more same-game parlay on any NBA on TNT game. Same-game parlays let you combine the money line, point spread, player props, you name it, all into one big old wager. where you can bet a little and get a whole lot. You want point totals, you want rebounds, you want assists, you want to do over-under, you want to do over-under at a half and a quarter, all that stuff, point spreads. You name it, it's all there. You can put stuff down on your players that you like, and you don't even necessarily have to bet the overall winner or the overall spread or anything like that. You can put a small bet down and win big and make it across several games if you want to. You can do that too. Small bet can be a big-time score. Win or lose, you're guaranteed to get $10 added to your account. It couldn't be simpler to register, couldn't be simpler to deposit, couldn't be simpler to find your bet, and when you win, it couldn't be simpler to go ahead and get that money very quickly, as little as 2 hours to get that money back every day. Great big super boosts, all kinds of fun stuff happening at FanDuel Sportsbook. Check it out. And if you're new to FanDuel Sportsbook, just sign up with promo code BIGHEAD to make every moment more this NBA season. That's promo code BIGHEAD exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. Hope everybody is staying safe. The storms have been whipping through the area. And are still, especially as the kind of the eastern part of our listening audience is still dealing with a lot of that stuff. And so, hopefully everybody's okay. They'll keep you updated on Sports Time coming up next. Anthony Sain, what are your thoughts?
Man, John
on
taking
Suddenly
on what
by
y'all
Trip J?
That Jaron, I don't know what he did like with his voice, because he don't sound like nothing like he sounded in his first little stuff. Like it totally don't sound like Jaron at all.
No.
But that John Bobbin though, for real, like the production quality, like that trending dude is like, yeah.
I told you it's a lot better. It's a lot.
Yeah,
it's not my thing.
I don't care what y'all.
But it's a lot better than that initial stuff. He definitely improved a whole lot, for sure. So he's just like his defense is improving, his rapping is improving as well. His production work is improving as well. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's genuinely pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to the rest of it when I get up out of here.
He's up in Dame level, you know.
Something like that.
Miles Bridges.
Featuring Miles Bridges on that joint.
I don't know if he's at Miles Bridges level. Yeah, Miles Bridges is the best rapper in the game right now. In any event, we can have that argument another time. Coming up next, Sports Time. I can't wait to hear what Brett and Gabe have to say about the Trip J's new album, among many other things. We'll see you tomorrow.
Folks are falling head over heels for these wheels and deals. Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales, and it's the season of love. I'm on a mission to help you